Does this change how either candidate makes their closing arguments? Let's discuss with CNN political commentator Hillary Rosen, a Hillary Clinton supporter and a Democratic strategist, CNN political commentator Corey Lewandowski, Donald Trump's former campaign manager, CNN political contributor Michael Nutter, a Clinton supporter, and of course, the former mayor of Philadelphia, and CNN political commentator John Phillips, a Trump supporter and a host at KABC Radio. What do you say, lady and gentlemen? Let's do the voters a favor, and let's keep the emphasis on why your person is good and keep it off the other person as much as possible. We've heard enough negative. Everybody gets it. Mr. Mayor, defer to you and your case for why Hillary Clinton is the right leader for this country right now. Why?
It's about experience. It's about a record of service. It's about her ability to get things done, work with a wide variety of people. The relationships that she has developed over about a 30-year period of time, First Lady of Arkansas, First Lady of the United States Senator, and Secretary of State. As President Obama has said himself, the most qualified person to run for president in modern times.
Hillary, is that what we're going to hear from Hillary Clinton in these closing 24 hours? Her own resume, her own positives, or will she continue to talk about Donald Trump's negatives?
Well, I think we've started to see it already in the last 48 hours on the campaign trail. She has been almost all positive. She's talking about how she wants to be president of the entire country. She wants to work with Republicans. She's reaching out to independents. Her advertising, the major buys in advertising in the battleground states for the last 2 days and for the next 24 hours are positive ads about where we want to go as a country. You know, I think the FBI clearance puts a spring in her step, but I don't think it changes anything. I think she was head down this path anyway, and she has been positive. And you know, you have to contrast that to Donald Trump, who's just
she's been positive recently, but there were many days there where she was just talking about his disqualifying.
It's about the close, right? What? It's about now we're getting to down to the election day, and what kind of country do we want to be? And this is my vision, and I think that if you look at her speeches for the last 2 days, and if you look at where their money is going in advertising, she is going to bringing this country together and healing these divisions.
So, Corey, when you hear about the length of Clinton's experience, you acknowledge it and say, yes, I agree, all this experience, that's why there's such a call for change, because people want the system to be different. What would Donald Trump do to make our reality different?
Look, I think there's a couple of really important factors. First, reforming the VA. We know that the veterans have had a bad deal, not just in this administration, but for the last 20 and 30 years. Donald Trump has put a plan forward that says, if I'm the President of the United States and you're a veteran, you can go to any hospital in the country to get your health care. That's something that should have been done a long time ago. And unfortunately, Congress has failed, so you need true leadership to do that. You want to reduce the deficit. You want to bring trade deals. You want to renegotiate our bad trade deals. You want to bring manufacturing jobs back to our country. And I fundamentally disagree with the premise that we need someone who knows Washington, D.C. inside and out to make a change. I think the American people have tried that. They've tried it for 30 years. And if you look at the right track, wrong track of our country, 50% say we're moving in the wrong direction. So what Donald Trump brings is fundamental and wholesale change, not beholden to special interests, not accountable to the special interests. He's put his own money into this race. Yeah. He'll be accountable to the American people. And that is his close. His close is, I will work for you, the American people, not anybody else, and we need to go and fix a broken Washington, D.C. And I think a lot of people agree with that.
Same question. Well, that's my question to you, John. So is he making that close, or is he still talking about possible impeachment and his vice presidential nominee talking about possible charges?
People have lost faith in institutions in the country. They've lost faith in the government. They've lost faith in corporate America. They've lost faith in the media. And to have a different direction come to Washington, D.C., to really change the temperature in the room, you need an outsider. And Donald Trump is that outsider. He doesn't come from that world. And I also think it's important that he's a la carte with his politics, because I do believe that that's where the American people are. You can be the most liberal person in the world on gay marriage, yet very conservative on crime and punishment. He's coming in as a Republican against TPP. He's coming in as a Republican against the war in Iraq. And I think that the American people are yearning for something like that, because that's where they've been for quite a while.
You're saying we're going to hear a positive, but you're saying we're going to hear a positive in these next 24 hours. He's not going to talk about Hillary Clinton.
I think it's going to be a mixed bag. I think he'll have a little of column A, a little of column B.
And just to be,
it's impossible for him not to talk about Hillary Clinton.
Just to be clear, I've never heard Donald Trump say he's in favor of gay marriage.
No. I said it's possible to be the most
but that's not who he is.
No.
All right. So then you have this character, what we've been calling the character contest. And basically, you have that Hillary Clinton has a cloud over her head. May not be illegal, but doesn't mean that it's wrong. And in that category goes her decisions with classified information with her server, what has gone on with the foundation, what she promised would be a bright line between the foundation and the Department of State that didn't appear to be a bright line, that it speaks to her being proof of the status quo, which is you got to give to get, and people want it to end. Fair criticism.
Well, I think she has made it abundantly clear that the server issue was a mistake. But at the end of the day, the FBI, as you indicated twice now, has said that nothing criminal took place. But she knows she made a mistake, and she's admitted it publicly numerous times. In terms of the foundation, which I think is a different investigation, it remains to be seen what comes out of that. But I understand, look, if you're around for 30 some odd years in a variety of different capacities, you will have instances where A, some people won't like you, B, there might be a cloud or something from the past. But I think you want to look at the totality of someone's record and their history. And on that score, Hillary Clinton is a great leader.
But she has shown some humility on this issue, right? And she deserves credit for that. She has said we are going to wind down the foundation and its outside funding sources and the like, so that she recognizes that that she has to start this administration fresh.
She won't shut it down,
that people
though.
have to. Well, it's doing really good work. So there are opportunities to keep doing that good work, but the issues that people have raised about donors and the like will be gone. So I do think that what you get in Hillary Clinton is somebody who grows with the American people, learns from her mistakes, is willing to admit a mistake, by the way, which is something we haven't seen much from Mr. Trump. And that's why when you go forward, you know, she can feel positive about it because she will do it differently.
Look, I think if you look at when Hillary Clinton was testifying to become the Secretary of State in front of the Senate Finance Committee, John Kerry said you'll be judged on your actions, not on your words, and there should be a clear delineation between the Clinton Foundation and your time as Secretary of State. And what we have seen from a number of documents now is that either 80% of the people who met or got a favor from the Clinton Foundation outside of the government were donating.
All right, I'll give you that. Now deal with your own side. The guy is going on trial for fraud in a class action suit a couple of weeks after this election. That's going to happen. It's not theoretical. It's not a probe. It's a case. You got dozens of people all over this country who say they got taken by Trump University. It's one of a slew of lawsuits. Why has he changed that's positive?
Look, 98.5% of the people who filled out surveys at Trump University gave it the highest grades possible. So of the tens of thousands...
Pressure to.
No, look, pressure to what? You fill out your own survey. If you can't fill out your own survey...
The place had to stop calling itself an educational organization.
But 98% of the people who attended the school, who attended Trump University, gave it a positive grade. So, look, there's tens of thousands of people that went through the program. There's 1/2% of the people who didn't have a good experience. Does that mean anything? Of course not. I would think that 1/2% of the employees of CNN probably aren't happy sometimes, too. That happens...
Untrue.
Impossible.
1/2% I think you'll give me.
They probably haven't filed lawsuits.
Panel, thank you. Thanks so much for sharing all of your perspective. It'll be interesting to talk to you all tomorrow and Wednesday. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Stay with CNN all day and night tomorrow for complete Election Day coverage. Can you believe it? We've made it. We will have every race and every result covered for you.
I do not see your confidence in this being over. I don't. I like it. I depend on it.
I will move the finish line after tomorrow, but it is happening tomorrow.
All right, now we have a really sobering reminder of why this election matters so much. We have Arwa Damon and one of our photographers embedded with Iraqi forces and showing in real time how deadly this fight for Mosul and to get rid of ISIS is. 28 hours of hell. Next.